Hey everybody, I wanted to show you how I do the whiskey barrel lines on my whiskey pens. This is a Jack Daniel's blank and it kind of adds a little bit to have those barrel lines. Makes it look like a real whiskey barrel. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to finish turning this blank. I'm using my Easy Wood Tools rougher. And I'm using this as a scraper at this point. And I like to use the square because I can get this barrel shape here by just rocking the tips back and forth. Touch up a couple little areas. And I don't want it a huge barrel, I just want the barrel shape. So now I will be using my KC wire burners. These come in a 3-pack with different wire thicknesses, so you can kind of just see which size you like. I use the thickest one. And what I do is I typically, on a pen like this, I'm only doing one end. So I'll just do the thick ones on one end, and it's really simple. You just hold the wire, and once you make contact, you want to hold it nice and firm because you're trying to get the friction, and you'll see it start to smoke, and you're essentially just burning that line into it. And the longer you hold it, the thicker and deeper it'll go, so you got to be real careful not to overdo it. I may have gone a little deep on that first one. I'll show you the difference here on this one. And that's just a little lighter line. So it really burns in there fast, and you can kind of see there's some debris. So next thing I'll do is I'll sand it, and I usually just use one grit of sandpaper. This is a 600 Avernet, and I'm just going to sand it all around. These, I don't mind if they're kind of a rough look. I don't want them rough to the touch, but I don't mind if they're a little rough look. So I'll sand it nice and smooth, stop the lathe, and then go with the grain all the way around. Sometimes a couple of times. Make sure there's no rough spots or splinters. Then simply blow it up, and you can see your lines will clean up a little bit with that. And then just a simple finish. Now I'm using Doctor's Workshop Pens Plus. For a lot of wood pens, this is my #1 finish. I want to make sure and get in the lines. And I just like to hold this on here for a few seconds. If I need a little more, I can put a little more on. Make sure I get good coverage. And with this Pens Plus, I like a little friction buildup. So that's why I'm kind of pushing on it just a little bit to get some heat. You can already see there's a nice shine on this, but what I'll do is let this sit a couple hours and come back and put another coat on it. So that's how I get the lines on. Like I said, you can use these for bowls, small vessels, anything, but it works great for whiskey barrel pens. If you have any questions or comments, let me know.